Hey Gemini, I hope you're doing well. This is going to be a general October 2025 reading for Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Any information you need, you can find it down below, Gemini. We are going to start with Witch's Wisdom and Witch's Kitchen Oracle in honor of October, and then we are going to get into it with the tarot and see what we've got coming through for you, Gemini. So let's see what we have here. Gemini, I do have personals open for anybody who might be interested. Details are down below. We're going to go ahead and begin here, see what we've got for you, Gemini. What's coming through for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Gemini. You have the Awakening card on the bottom of the deck here. What else do we have coming through for Gemini for October? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Okay. All right, Gemini. You have the Onion card here. It says Tears, okay? And then you have the Awakening card show up on the bottom of Witch's Wisdom. So your first card out here is the Book of Shadows. It says Secret on the card. So obviously there was something that was concealed, whether it be on your end or someone else's. Chili pepper is right underneath it, okay? Now it says Ferocity on it, but I do think that for a lot of you, this energy does make me feel like you pushed through something that was really painful. The Onion card showing up, it says Tears on it. So I do feel like for a lot of you, this could have to do with something that was kept from you. Or maybe a lot of you could have just really suffered in silence when it came to something you were going through here. But I feel like you managed to get through it. I feel like you're at the end of this really tough journey here. You have the Chalice and you have the Dandelion, which are fulfillment and wishes. So yeah, for a lot of you, I do feel like this is just plain wish fulfillment here with this combination showing up. Next, you have the Witch's Cottage, which is a card of security. Somebody here could have a black cat, but you don't necessarily have to. And then you have Peace underneath it, the Olive card. So I love this for you all. Let's see what we have coming through with the tarot, because it's looking to me like for a lot of you, you're at the end of a really tough chapter. And, you know, early October, you could be wrapping that up, and then leading into the middle and end of October, I feel like there could be some security coming in for you. Something that finally feels safe. It feels like for a lot of you, you can finally breathe. It's giving me that type of energy here. So let's see what's coming through with the tarot. Let's see what's coming through here for you, Gemini. What's coming through for my Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. We have the Page of Swords showing up. We have the Nine of Swords, and we have the Sun. What's on the bottom? The Three of Wands. This energy feels crazy, Gemini. So I feel like a lot of you, based on what I'm seeing here with the tarot, it seems like a lot of you are in this energy where you're going from being burned. With the Book of Shadows, the Chili Pepper card, I feel like a lot of you really felt burned in a situation here. It's giving this really scorned energy of something that was kept from you, and you may have felt cheated in this situation, really, but then you move to fulfillment and wishes, security, and peace. I feel like for a lot of you, you go from burned to blessed in the month of October. From burned to blessed. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. Look at this, Nine of Swords. You go from that Onion energy, tears, Nine of Swords, grief, sleepless nights, anxiety, to the Sun, which is the happiest card in the deck. It's high vibrations, it's joy, it's new beginnings. But honestly, Gemini, you know what else I get here from this with the Page of Swords energy showing up? This is curiosity, you know? It's somebody who's probably observing you. Maybe it's an air sign, fellow air sign, or a Leo, possibly with the Sun card showing up. Some of you got Pisces and Scorpio energy present here. But listen, Three of Wands. He's looking out over everything. I feel like there are folks here who, even if this is killing them, they can't look away. They cannot look away. It's almost like, I don't want to say you're everywhere, Gemini, but it kind of is giving me that vibe here. The Sun is something that, like, you know, it shines really bright, you know? And so I feel like for a lot of you, that's the energy that you're in here. It's almost like this spellbound vibe. I'm not saying you've put a spell on this person, but it kind of does feel like this spellbound energy for those who are still watching you. They can't help. It's almost like people hate to watch. Like, they can't look away. It's giving that energy here where folks don't want to be looking at you, but they are. The Three of Wands is showing up. Some of you, it's an Aries. But the energy is kind of crazy here. Let's see what else we have showing up for Gemini. I feel like lots of exposure, lots of eyes on you. Folks can't look away. They can't look away. And some of you, it could be because you're being blessed. Somebody's like, why is Gemini getting those blessings and not me? You know, and it's that kind of mindset. That's exactly why. That's exactly why. It's the when is it my turn energy that's going to block this person's blessings. Or some of you, it's a group of people. Some of you, I get 3 specifically. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, hello. 10 of Pentacles is the best card that you can get for work, money, business. But it's also the things that you value, the things that are important to you. It's finding fulfillment in that area, whatever that is to you. But for a lot of you, I do feel like it's work, money, or business. You know, just I'm really drawn to the dandelion card, and that's, you know, things are blooming there in the card. I feel like something is blooming, it's booming. So that feels positive. It feels like for a lot of you, there could be money matters improving after a really tough time. 5 of Wands energy. This is chaos, conflict, competition, strife. What else is coming through for this energy here? Somebody's trying to fight your fulfillment here. Your wish is being fulfilled. This Ace of Cups energy is showing up. Somebody does not like it that you're getting what you want here, Gemini, despite the fact that they've burned you. It's like this Ace of Cups is present here. I really feel like, you know, I like the Ace of Cups, don't get me wrong, but it's really drawing me to the Onion Tears card. This is giving strong crybaby energy. Strong crybaby energy here. I don't know who this is, but I feel like there's someone who feels like, why does Gemini get that and I don't get that? You know, it's giving me that vibe here. Somebody may have wanted something that was yours as well, and they were denied. So there's something about that too. What's coming through for the Witch's Cottage? Some of you, a person could have wanted property. There's something about that too. Property, assets. That could have definitely had something to do with this here. Could have played a role. But, you know, for some of you, I do feel like a person could have felt some kind of way if they weren't chosen in love. Almost seems like somebody wanted you punished for that. It's like, sorry, be more desirable. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's giving that energy here. What do we have for Gemini with the Witch's Cottage and the Olive card? What's coming through for October? 10 of Wands. Okay, I'm not scared of this, and I feel like you aren't either. The 10 of Wands is a card of putting in work. You know, some of you, maybe you saw the 10 of Wands and you're like, oh God, you know, because it can come through as a burden. It can come through whenever you're carrying a heavy weight, but this is nothing new to you. I feel like you've been carrying this, and you're at the end of this chapter here. I really feel like a lot of you, you're wrapping up something really heavy. Something really heavy, and it's interesting because this is showing up to clarify the Witch's Cottage, and you can see that there is like a house that he's headed towards, right? So for a lot of you, it's like I said, I feel like you're at the end of a really tough journey, really tough chapter. You got the 7 of Pentacles. You can see all those pentacles piled up that he's focused on here. It's like something was not turning out no matter how much you tried, and it's because there was something else that was more suited for you. And so I think you, and for those of you who didn't catch that, it's the pentacle at his foot, right? So he's not even staring at that. I feel like for a lot of you, that's what's coming in. That's what's coming in October, is something that you didn't, I don't want to say you didn't expect it, but for a lot of you, you started to wonder, am I pouring into this for nothing? Is this ever going to happen, right? And I feel like it is. I feel like it is. When you hit the 7 of Pentacles, a lot of people don't realize this, because while the 7 of Pentacles can represent delays, 6 of Pentacles, like you're planting the seeds, right? And the 7 seeds are sown, things are growing, right? So even if you can't see them sprouting yet, they are. They are. You've got the 8 of Swords showing up right here, but then you've got the Emperor showing up as well. So I really feel like for a lot of you, don't get in your head about this. Some of you, you're seeing a delay with a home or something of that nature in the month of October. 8 of Swords energy. If it's not with a home, it could have to do with maybe you know you're getting a check, but it's delayed. It could be something like that here. So I do feel like there's some frustration with that, but the Emperor showing up here really makes me feel like you've got this. You've got this. You're secure. You're stable. I feel like Spirit's wanting to remind you of that, Gemini. And I feel like a lot of you, you've already been burned. And it doesn't mean that it can't happen again, but here in this energy, some of you may be worried that it's destined to keep happening. You know, you've gone through some trials and you feel like, what if I'm just destined for trials, for difficult chapters, for, you know, and I don't think that's the case here at all. And I feel like that's the message that Spirit is trying to drive home, because 8 of Swords is somebody who's in their head. This is a Jupiter card. Jupiter governs growth, expansion, good luck, good fortune, but she's just kind of like lost in her head about what could happen and will it go away? And, you know, it's giving me that type of energy here, Gemini, where you might just be fearful that a blessing isn't ever going to come that you've been putting in work for. And I feel like ironically, that's probably when it's going to arrive. And it looks like the month of October, because you're getting cards of wishes being fulfilled. You're getting cards of peace and security. And so the Emperor is showing up here to say, hey, you're safe. You know, I know you've been burned, but you're moving into a blessed chapter here, you know. And people who have been trying to challenge this for you, they don't realize that this path is fated for you. You know, even if you're going through these issues, these obstacles here, I'm getting Chariot energy. Even though it's not showing its face here, I'm getting Chariot energy. And it is a card of triumph over obstacles. Maybe some of you have Cancerian energy in your chart. But, you know, when it comes to this here, I really feel like this is you getting over a big, big bump in the road. So that's what I'm seeing here for you, Gemini. I hope that this was helpful or fun or whatever you needed it to be. Now, at the time that you're seeing this reading, the signs that are going to be posted are the cardinal signs: Capricorn, Aries, Libra, Cancer, as well as your fellow mutable signs: Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Okay, so those will all be up, and then the following day will be the fixed signs: Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo. So again, I read for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. So there could definitely be a message for you in one of those. So yeah, Gemini, I also have personals open for anyone who's interested. Details are down below. But if this is where we part, thank you so much for being here. Hopefully I'll see you next time.